Disclaimer: the following program contains the views and opinions of the hosts, speakers, and participants. They do not reflect the policies of the producers, advisors, and advertisers of AU Paws Radio, including Adelphi University's Board of Trustees, administrative faculty, or its affiliates. Paws Web Radio Station encourages freedom of speech but does not endorse any specific viewpoints or messages. Listener discretion is advised, especially for potentially sensitive or controversial topics.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Commuting Chronicles, the show that serves as a guide to our fellow commuters or just people interested in commuting. All right, my name is Joanna J, and I'm a second year student at Adelphi. I major in finance, and my minor is journalism and public relations. And of course, if you didn't guess it, I'm a commuter student. I commute to Adelphi from Freeport, so that's not too far away. And with me, we have our co-host, Toni. Hi, Toni.
Hi, I commute all the way from Brooklyn.
That's tragic. Yeah, so my commute is not as terrible as Toni's, but we have similar experiences because we are both victims, I'd say, of public transportation. So we both know. But anyways, I'm not directly from here, or not originally from here. I am from the beautiful island of Jamaica. So not Jamaica Queens, but Jamaica the island, and I recently came here to pursue my education. So yeah, that's a bit about where I'm from. How long is my commute here? So on a regular basis, it takes me about an hour and 10 minutes because of public transportation. So yeah, that's just roughly how long it takes from walking to bus to shuttle. Yeah.
So it's finally great to meet our second co-host. Fun fact, even though we didn't go to the same high school, we're both obviously from the same island. And I did not meet her in person in Jamaica. I met her actually online for something in LGS. And ever since then, I have been harassed by this young lady.
Is crazy.
Harassed. But now we're just in it together as commuter students, suffering. And now we're just going to talk about what it means to be a commuter. And for me, I just think being a commuter student is all about survival, especially if you're taking public transport. What about you, Joanna? What do you think it is?
I think being a commuter student means being able to multitask, being able to cut time, being able to run to catch a train or bus is a life skill you obtain. All in all, I just think being a commuter student really, especially being in New York, it really prepares you for being a New Yorker, because the countless times I've had to run to catch a bus is shameful. The times I've had to run to catch the shuttle or wave down a shuttle while it was passing on a Adelphi campus, it's just bizarre. Or the lengthy walks. Like, I know Toni can relate to some lengthy walks. Like, I remember walking, me and another commuter, like 40 minutes from Adelphi to Hempstead to catch the bus to go to Freeport. Like, Toni can relate.
Honestly, I can, just because one time I was running late to school. There's no shuttle to Adelphi, and I was at Mineola. So I'm like, you know what? Life is short. So I walked from Mineola to Adelphi, and it was snowing. There was snow.
Oh no.
I had to book it because obviously, as a commuter, you're probably a little broke. I am very broke as a commuter student. My LIRR ticket is expensive. So I did not want to spend I think $20 or $15 on an Uber. It's around $15 from Mineola to Adelphi. But I did not want to spend that type of money. So I just, walking is free. It might be a bit torture, but it's free. So I feel like that's that way it means to be a commuter student. Always have to be literally on your feet.
Yeah, on the go. I also think it means having to weigh certain options because piggybacking on the whole thing, I think it has to do a lot with like choosing the best out of the two worst alternatives. Like for example, am I gonna walk 25 to 40 minutes to catch a bus or a train? Or am I gonna wait on the shuttle and then get home later? Because if you really consider it rather, like walking sometimes makes you reach home fast and you're like, oh, that's crazy. But because like on Adelphi's campus, the shuttles don't run that often, especially at night, the time you take sitting here waiting for half an hour for a bus, you could have been trotting to the bus station or the train station to catch the train or the bus. So I think it's also about like really considering like opportunity cost. What am I gonna lose if I take this route or that route? So to be a commuter, you really have to be a quick thinker.
Honestly, I agree. It's because you have to just measure the time when it comes to it because, as you said, instead of waiting for the bus, you can just walk.
Real.
And honestly, as a commuter, time is very much a commodity. It's rare. So instead of just like spend those 30 minutes waiting, and if it's like a close enough walk to the next station or even walk to your house.
Exactly.
Honestly, for me, again, being a commuter is just taking whatever is thrown at you. Because this actually happened to me yesterday. As in, yesterday was October 1st. I had to buy my new monthly ticket because it's for every month. And guess what? The ticket option online wasn't available. As in, I could not buy my monthly ticket. And because I don't want to be deported, I don't want to be kicked off the train or let the police get caught. It's not fair. It is not fair. Do not laugh. I am scared of that MTA police. Anyways, so literally just had me there continuously putting in my CVV on the app and praying that it gets through. And honestly, I was prepared to jump out the window.
That's crazy.
No, because honestly, it can never be easy for you as a commuter. It's always something or the other that is going to be thrown at you. So that was my fun day yesterday as a commuter student.
Crazy. Like commuting is really about like choosing to juggle so much because there's so much to consider. Like for example, you get up, if you drive for example, or you live on campus, the most you'll consider is how long is it gonna take me to beeline from Earl Hall or Eddie or Lennon to my class in Swerble or Nexus. But for a commuter, we have to consider like so many things, like getting up. First of all, the night before, you have to decide what time am I gonna set my alarm for so I can get up and shower and have everything together so that I can catch whatever public transportation I'll be taking, or if you're driving, to beat whatever traffic you're trying to beat if you're coming from Brooklyn or Queens so you can get here. So specifically for my persons who take public transportation, you're going to want to have to check the schedule to see what time you need to get there by. So what time I have to leave home, which means what time I have to get up. And then you're going to have to consider how long the ride is going to be so that you don't miss your class. And then you're going to have to consider, am I going to get to the shuttle in time to reach to my class on time? And these shuttles be LATE sometimes. Yeah, I'm calling y'all out. They're so late sometimes. And I know Toni can attest to shuttles being late and her getting home like too late because of like some inconsistencies with scheduling and all that not so fun stuff.
I honestly can't relate just because I have been doing this for a year now, to the point that I believe I have it down to a T. Like my alarm is the same alarm every single weekday, 5 a.m. or 5:30. Same. I have 3 alarms: 5 a.m., 5:15, 5:30, just to be safe. Like, I'm just so used to it that I'm always on a schedule. I know what I'll be taking. Only thing that do honestly throw me out of the loop, as you say, the shuttles. The 7:30 a.m. Mineola shuttle. I love you. Always on time. Always very demure. Always mindful. But the shuttle to Mineola.
Yeah.
I would fight.
Yeah.
They're always almost late.
Yeah.
They're almost always late. So honestly, it's all, again, what Joanna said, the time considerations and how other people, your transport affect your time, like the Mineola shuttle.
Crazy. Like in later episodes, we're of course gonna give y'all advice on how to beat the shuttle system. Like if the shuttle is late, what to do, or if you're trying to beat the shuttle, where to meet the shuttle, all that good stuff. We're gonna give you advice and all that, but needless to say, it's a hassle being a commuter. But I won't say it's not fun, because you can get so much done on a 40-minute train ride. I know Toni can definitely attest to getting things done on a train ride, or me studying on a bus, like a 40-minute bus. I'll be doing assignments, listening to my recordings of my classes on the bus, all of that good stuff. So it's not all horrible. And of course, we'll get into the advantages, all that fun stuff. But this is just an introduction of commuting in a nutshell, essentially.
Joe, do you want to hear something slightly embarrassing?
If it's about you, sure.
Wow. Okay. So sometimes, as you said, I'm either on my phone or my iPad. Usually my phone, and I'm studying or reading course materials. And when like the conductor comes to check your ticket, I accidentally show them like my homework. Sometimes I don't even realize until they're like, "Ma'am," and I'm like, "Oh, sorry." No. But I honestly like yes. So honestly, we'll have time within the semester to even have your embarrassing public transportation or commuting stories, your ups and your downs, especially the downs of commuting, or if you just want to be like us and complain about the Mineola shuttles never being on time.
Crazy.
Okay.
Crazy.
Thank you guys so much for listening to Commuting Chronicles with your host, Toni P and
Joanna J.
We had so much fun talking to you guys just about what it means to be a commuter, or ups and downs, especially our trials and tribulations with the Adelphi shuttle buses. And obviously, we introduced you to our amazing co-host, Joanna J.
Yeah.
So yeah. Deeper in the semester, we'll go more into depth about commuting, the benefits, the downfalls, and overall just how it affects the experience at college, especially at Adelphi. So thank you guys so much for listening. Again, this was your host, Toni P and
Joanna J.
And I hope you all have a wonderful day and a safe commute or a cozy rest in your dorm.
See you next time, Panthers. Bye.
Bye.